Joe threw another tantrum. He could not be understood. He cries like baby Samson. His English is not good. Oh, his English is not good. Joe's boss of the kitchen, but on the outside he knows the low man on the totem is wearing giveaway clothes. Wearing giveaway clothes. Joe, he fights the good fight. He wears a white uniform. The waiters are all artistes out chasing unicorns. Oh, chasing unicorns. Joe works 14 hours. After 10 he starts to booze. He gets very sentimental. He sings the Buddha blues. Oh, he sings the Buddha blues. My name Joe, my name Joe. There is a king in Thailand, and he plays the jazz drums. He has a fine and healthy son. Oh no, I'm not the one. My name Joe. On the wall by the time clock, Joe is beaming from a photograph. Someone drew across his face. The waiters began to laugh. Oh, began to laugh. Well, Joe picked up a hatchet and he tenderized the wall. When he got through with it, time clock wasn't punching anymore. Time clock wasn't punching anymore. The waiters ran for cover. Maitre d' began to lisp. The drunkard in the corner said his lettuce was not crisp. Oh, his lettuce was not crisp. Then the owner called immigration. He said, here's someone you should know. He's an illegal alien, and I think his name is Joe. Oh, I know his name is Joe. My name Joe, my name Joe. There is a king in Thailand, and he plays the jazz drums. He has a fine and healthy son. Oh no, I'm not the one. My name Joe. Came the man from immigration. He said, I got a job to do. Easy questions, easy answers. Just point me to the kitchen crew. Point me to the kitchen crew. He asked Leroy from Harlem. He asked Cisco from Mexico. He has a white trash from Tennessee. They all said, my name Joe, my name Joe, my name Joe, my name Joe. The immigration man, he sputtered. The kitchen crew, they roared. And while they were arguing, Joe slipped out the back door. Joe slipped out the back door. Slipped out the back door. Down the beach, Joe tries to listen to the heartbeat of a whale. How it echoes his own heartbeat and the distance he has sailed. Oh, the distance he has sailed. My name Joe, my name Joe. There is a king in Thailand, and he plays the jazz drums. He has a fine and healthy son. Oh no, I'm not the one. My name Joe. My name Joe. My name Joe. I loved an outlaw. He came and stole my heart. Oh, how I count the hours since we were torn apart. On the road to Fairfax County, I spied a highwayman. He wanted all my money. My heart beat like a drum. I gave him all my money, and sweet he smiled at me. His beauty I took pity beneath the black oak tree. We kissed, but for an hour. The sun was newly warm. The clouds were as the flowers that bloom but for a morn. He gave back all my money and bowed most gallantly. He promised for to meet me that night beneath the tree. We'd flee to some far island, and there we would be wed, and freely we would live there with no price upon his head. That night I went to meet him with my inheritance. He kissed me beneath the half moon, and joyful we did dance. Oh, love betrays all secrets, it whispers in the breeze. The sheriff, he did follow with all his deputies, like hounds rushing to slaughter the fox whose luck is run. And he stood erect and cursed them. God damn you, everyone. They seized him in a fury, and heeding not my plea, they hung him from the oak tree where he made love to me. Oh, once I loved an outlaw. came and stole my heart. Oh, how I count the hours since we were torn apart. In 1963, in my hometown, Bristol, Tennessee, sitting on my mother's knee, watching Amos and Andy on TV. Amos was Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. The little girl was tugging at his sleeve, singing, I have a doll, my own color, please. He said, honey, you can make believe. Just then came a call on the telephone. It was the mayor, asked if my daddy was home. This was for his ears alone. Mom and me listened on the second phone. Mayor said, the Freedom Riders are on their way. They'll be here by Christmas Day. Our laws they vow to disobey. 'Cause our school's as wide as the Milky Way. Well, now we're really in a fix. Can't let them show us up like country hicks. But once we let the races mix, it's goodbye Jim Crow politics. First it's 40 acres and a mule. Then they want to swim in our swimming pool. Pretty soon they'll be wanting to go to school, where we were taught the golden rule. Imagine them telling us how to live. Imagine them telling us how to live. We're number one in America, number one in America. Beat the drum for Uncle Sam. Oh, we're coming Birmingham. Oh, to be number one in America. Axe handles versus the right to vote. Oh, white Jerry, that's all she wrote. Back of the bus, don't rock the boat. Separate but equal by the throat. That was 20 odd years ago. Where's the change in the status quo? The freedom land is lying low. It's shackled down on a rotten road. And a black-skinned man still gets the snub when he applies to the country club. But he still gets hired to trim the shrubs, get down on the floor and scrub. And there's a businessman out on his yacht. He's a rain of sunshine patriot. And all this talk about boycotts, he says it's all a commie plot to be number one in America, number one in America. Beat the drums, the Uncle Sam. Oh, we're coming Birmingham. Dynamite in a Baptist church. 4 teenage girls lost a lurch. Fire hoses in the billy club. Police dogs and the racist thugs, the night riders and the lynching mob. Lawmen say they're only doing their job to stay number one in America. The Ku Klux Klan is still around with the permit to march in my hometown. But only on Virginia's ground, the Tennessee side turned them down. The sheriff stood there with his deputies, ostensibly to keep the peace. But he made us this guarantee: By God, they'll not march into Tennessee. Network cameras were triple tiered. We laughed and cried and hooted and jeered, but mostly we stood there in fear till the Ku Klux Klan disappeared. In some far-off distant dawn, when the black is president and night upon, will they burn crosses on the White House lawn and talk of all those days bygone. Imagine them telling us how to live. Imagine them telling us how to live. We're number one in America, number one in America. Beat the drum for Uncle Sam, overcoming Birmingham. Oh, to be number one in America. Last Christmas Eve at the Kmart store, a white family there, they was dirt poor. Father said, kids, pick one toy, no more, even though we can ill afford. I watched his son choose a basketball. The oldest girl, a creosote shawl. The littlest girl chose a black-skinned doll, and she held it to her chest in awe. I watched to see how they'd react, since they were white and the doll was black. But the mom and dad were matter of fact, they just checked to see if the doll was correct. So may you make a rebel stand, where black and white go hand in hand, till they reach the freedom land, where the lion lies down with the lamb. Oh, number one in America, number one in America. Beat the drum for Uncle Sam, overcoming Birmingham. Dynamite in a Baptist church, 4 teenage girls lost in the lurch. Fire hoses and the billy clubs, the police dogs and the racist thugs. Turn back the clock to Little Rock, bought and sold on the auction block. Night riders in the lynching mob, lawmen say they're only doing their job to stay number one in America. There's a man down in prison for getting careless with an axe. 4 years he planned to break out. He watched the guards when they relaxed. One day he simply disappeared. They say he fell through the cracks. Over the wall, that man went over the wall, and the night pitch dark. He ran like hell, you know he ran like hell, but he never lost heart. Stranger beware, they say he drowned, but now he's coming up for air. Years of scuffling, 12 years of knocking at the door. like a punch-drunk fighter. He keeps coming back for more. He's been a long-lost sailor. He finally made it to the shore. Overboard, they threw him overboard to a sea of sharks. He swam like hell, you know he swam like hell, but he never lost heart. Stranger beware, they say he drowned, but now he's coming up for air. When he touched bottom of the bottomless sea, he saved a place for you and me. Stranger beware, they say he drowned, but now he's coming up for air. Trials befell him before he struck the mother lode. There were many obstacles before he faced an open road. When he got to where he's a-going to, he stopped thinking there was something he was owed. Don't give up your dreams, don't give up. Find your watermark. No compromise, keep your eye on the prize, but don't you ever lose heart. Stranger beware, they say he drowned, but now he's coming up for air. Change the world, I thought that this old world would come around, but now I see that all my hopes and dreams to topple down regimes were like a king without a crown. But someday, and not so far away, the headlines all will say we turned the world upside down. Who will carry on? Who will sing the freedom song when I lay down? Who will raise the freedom crown? Change the world, I never thought the world would dare change me, for I was young and thought I'd never die. heart need an alibi. I flew high just as I pleased. Black and white, we'd stay up half the night to argue wrong from right, and I hold dear the memory. Who will carry on? Who will sing the freedom song? Who will carry on? When I'm dead, when I'm gone, I went off to change the world. When I got back, the world was just the same. Sad to say, but oh, the saddest part, the unbreakable heart. We could not start to save our lives, grasping straws, defending a lost cause, till every martyr falls. It was the night of the long nights. Who will carry on? Who will sing the freedom song? From Kent State to Tiananmen Square, they kill the students anywhere. Every nation, every state, freedom means to agitate. I went to join the revolution, but I couldn't find a parking place. I went to join the revolution, but I couldn't find a parking place. I went to join the revolution, but I couldn't find a parking place. When I went off to change the world. Baby, I give you a ride anywhere you decide. I change my mind every time a cloud goes by. Cruising down the avenue, world outside, just us two. Sometime around midnight, the stars in your eyes. Baby, you look so expectant, that's when I shift a second. You make me feel like a big wheel. You make me feel like going to the drive-in movie, making up words to Louie Louie. You make me feel like a big wheel. You make me feel like a big wheel. Driving up and down the strip, steering with my fingertips. I feel a storm warning when you're by my side. With every curve in the road, baby, I feel I could explode. I like where it's narrow, I like where it's wide. Look at me, I'm burning rubber, I want to be a lover. You make me feel like a big wheel. You make me feel like a big wheel. Heart struck by Cupid's dart, my love is off the chart. I'm in love with you, Your name I will tattoo right next to the beating of my heart. Going faster than we should, baby, that's what makes it good. Just take my word for it, cut to the chase. Out on Highway 29, follow every detour sign. No one can find us in our secret place. You may be a heartbreaker, an up-and-coming world shaker, but you make me feel like a big wheel. You make me feel like going to the drive-in movie, making up words to Louie. You make me feel like a big wheel. You make me feel like a big wheel. Where has my true love gone? Out with the breath of dawn, into the pale twilight. A bird is taking flight in all the sky above. There's only one true down here below. I must follow. Where goes my one true love? Where has my true love gone? Singing the saddest song, leaving a trail of tears, braving 1,000 fears, wearing her faintest smile. She dimpling all the while. When we're apart, cracking my heart. True love, it's been a while. Diamonds and emeralds, I care not their worth, but true love I'll follow to the ends of the earth. Where has my true love gone? True love, it's been so long. In every cloud I trace the outline of her face. In every breeze I hear her whisper in my ear. Heartsick I yearn for her return. True love, I want you a notable social event. The crowning event of the present social season at Jefferson was the entertainment on the evening of Wednesday, June 28th, of a party of her friends by Miss Eula Neal at the home of her parents, Mr. and Mrs. J.B. Neal, on the occasion of the 18th anniversary of her natal day. The large number present from this and other states attested the wide popularity of the young hostess of the evening. Miss Neal, who appeared in fascinating evening costume, which, becoming to perfection her decidedly pretty face of the Creole type, graceful figure, and genial smile, resulted in a combination which drew the admiration of those of the most aesthetic taste. All present no doubt feel indebted for the delightful music furnished by Miss Wills, piano, Miss Ola Neal, mandolin, Miss Bert Neal, guitar, and Zosie Neal, violin. During the course of the evening, Miss Blanche Hamilton, who demonstrated herself an elocutionist of no little merit, recited classically and dramatically, among other selections, one very humorous entitled The Wedding Journey, which brought forth an enthusiastic encore. At 12 o'clock, the party with ladies and gentlemen paired under notable names connected in history, fiction, and poetry, as Romeo and Juliet, Napoleon and Josephine, etc., assembled in the dining room and drew physical sustenance from delicious refreshments daintily served. And we are sure that they were doubly enjoyed by the partakers, by reason of their realization of the well-known hospitality of the home of Mr. and Mrs. Neal. Following the half-hour of refreshment, the party indulged for an hour in amusing games, resulting in that hour as one of continuous enjoyment, with seemingly no abatement as to anyone. Enjoyment supreme, yet tranquil, and heightened by the spirit of congeniality which seemed to pervade the entire party. We cannot close without mentioning that which, as much as anything else, added to the pleasure of the evening, viz. The manifestly sincere wish and desire of Mr. and Mrs. Neal that each and every one should find as much pleasure as possible, seemingly not for a moment forgetting their younger days, and appearing as if their chief happiness was in seeing the young people happy. In closing, we wish to say for the charming young hostess of the occasion that to those present she will never grow older, that though decades may pass away and her friends scatter into distant states, to them all she will ever be remembered as the pretty debutante of 18 she appeared on the evening of June 28th, 1899. Come to the ball, the debutante's ball. Every young lady's a beauty. Welcome, dear friends, young gentlemen's rapturous song, do your duty. Come take a chance, ask her to dance, what can you lose? Should she refuse, there's more to choose. Frolicking, rollicking, whirling in air, a pretty pair of young lovers. Come to the ball, the debutante's ball. A certain young lady awaits you. Vision of charm, she takes your arm and makes the most beautiful debut. Belle of the ball, the debutante's ball. Her entire dance card is taken. Croquet on the lawn, dancing till dawn, hoping the chaperone's not looking. Come Take a chance, ask her to dance. What can you lose? Should she refuse, there's more to choose. Frolicking, rollicking, whirling in air, a pretty pair of young lovers. Drunker than me, and shaking my tree, I fell and she yawned. I let go of my kite, it was love at blind sight. She said, what took you so long? Her sphinx runneth over the riddle, she asked with a smile. Forgive me, I'm wicked, I'm warm, I'm free for a while. There, caught in her snare, and slicing a pear, she said, do you dare? She lifted her dress, and as I said yes, I popped a soothsayer. He said, beware, beware, or you'll end like that man who played the bassoon. He succumbed to her charms, with his last breath he muttered a bazzoon. She said, don't listen to him, I knew him when he looked just like you. And I swallowed her lie, I said not to cry, she said I never have to. There was nothing to stop us except for the ghost of her spouse. She took off her clothes, I pretended to be Dr. Faust. Somehow raising my plow, she said, not now, can't we just be friends? Then shedding her skin, I met her twin, she said, don't come again, but leave your wheelbarrow just in case a piece of the sky falls in my lap. I want something to remember you by. Soon I left her room, and licking my wounds I got drunk at the bar. And when it got dark, I drew stars for her heart, but they were too far. Oh, when I awoke, on my pillow was her billet doux. Je ne suis plus pas contre de toi, je t'aime, que penses-tu? 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 Simon Legree out on the town, closed every bar, and he woke up face down. Into his shirt was an invite to dine from Jack the Ripper and his pal Frankenstein. Medusa was there, greeting the guests, and Torquemada made sure they confessed. Serving the soup was Beelzebub's whore. Benedict Arnold was guarding the door. It's a beautiful world, a beautiful world, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful world. Billy the Kid and Attila the Hun, picking wings off of flies, just having fun. The Marquis de Sade brought his thumbscrew. Ivan the Terrible's out with the flu. But Robespierre was there with his guillotine finks. Lucretia Borgia was mixing the drinks, and rattling his chains was old Blackbeard's ghost. Vlad the Impaler was carving the roast. The Sheriff of Nottingham whispered to John Wilkes Booth, Lady Macbeth is a bore. Captain Bligh overheard and said in her defense, at least she's rotten to the core, to the core. It's a beautiful world, a beautiful world, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful world. Leading the band was Scarface Capone. Pluto and Nero played dueling tombstones. What could one add to this paradise? Machiavelli was giving advice and raising a toast to Caligula's horse. Genghis Khan swore it even surpassed the third course. Time for dessert, each vessel in place. They all threw a pie in George Steinbrenner's face. It's a beautiful world, a beautiful world, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful world. It's a beautiful world, a beautiful world, a beautiful, beautiful world.